What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about the most important sales lesson that every single sales professional needs to internalize, understand, implement. It's critical. This is not an option for you not to get this, not to understand this, and not to implement this into your sales career, into your business, and really for all entrepreneurs as well. If you want to be in business, if you want to have your own product, services, your own business, you need to understand this. It's two concepts that I want to cover with you, and they're both absolutely necessary and critical for you to understand, internalize, and like I said, more important than anything else, like I always say, to implement. I'm excited to dive into this with you guys, but just before I dive into it, as always, make sure to smash the like button, help me out by putting your thoughts and everything else in the comments below, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more content like this, sales related, business related, finance related, entrepreneurship related, just winning in all areas of life. And I'd love to continue to bring you this value, and I would hope that you're learning from it, you're applying it, and you're also sharing it with others that you think would benefit from it as well. And all that being said, let's get into this. So I really want to talk to you about this concept, but I want to paint a picture for you first. Think about most sales professionals, most entrepreneurs. When you ask them, what do you do? What do most of them say? Oh, I'm in finance. Oh, I'm in the fitness space. Oh, I'm in the telecom space. Oh, I'm in the auto industry. Oh, I'm in fashion. Oh, I'm in hairstyling. I do this. I do that. You know, they tell you their profession, or they tell you, you know, what exact product or service they're selling or what their business revolves around. But here's the reality. No matter what you do as a sales professional, as an entrepreneur, it applies to both. Like I said, I call this the most important lesson in sales because everything in life is sales. And of course, whether you're an entrepreneur or salesperson by title, regardless, you're selling. You're always selling. Everything you do is sales, right? So I call this the most important lesson in sales. But again, it's applicable everywhere, all around when it comes to business and entrepreneurship. So here is the lesson. I'm going to break it down for you here in just two separate parts. First things first, no matter what business you think you're in the people business, period. No matter what business you think you're in or what product or service you're selling, you're in the people business. That's the first thing to understand. The second thing is, no matter what you think you sell, you're selling happiness, period. No matter what product or service you think you sell, you actually sell happiness. So let me break that down again. No matter what business you think you're in the people business. No matter what product or service you think you sell happiness. I hope that makes sense. I hope you've internalized that. I hope that already you see where I'm going with this. If you don't, let me explain to you. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter what business you're in or what business you think you're in, right? Whether you're right or not, being objective or subjective, doesn't matter. The point is the same. You're in the people's business regardless. You're dealing with people. You're speaking to people. Your audience on the other end of whatever it might be, online businesses, offline businesses, are people, are human beings at the end of the day. You have coworkers, you have colleagues, you have business partners, whatever it might be, who are people. So no matter what business you think you're in or what industry you think you're in the people business. And people skills, communication skills, sales skills, leadership skills, all of these are tangible skills that are extremely valuable, and I would argue that they are necessary as well because you're in the people business. Now let's visit the second part of that, which is no matter what product or service you think you're selling happiness. So if you really think about it, when people are coming to you for your product or your service, people are coming to your business if you're an entrepreneur, they're coming to solve a problem. More often than not, it's one main problem they're looking to solve. It's not even multiple problems or a variety of problems. Usually it's one main problem that they're looking to resolve through your product or your service, and hence they're willing to exchange money for that, and that exchange allows them to solve their problem, and it gives you money and your business is running, and that's what makes the economy run, and so on and so on. Now that being said, regardless of what the product or the service is, when you're solving a problem for somebody, you're creating happiness in their life. You're allowing them to get rid of that problem. You're giving them peace of mind. You're giving them maybe, confirmation or validation from their partner, from their friends, whatever it might be, depending on what product or service you're selling, of course. You're selling happiness to that person who's buying your product or your service for whatever reason they may have. So if that makes sense to you, then great. Let me reiterate again. No matter what business or what industry you're in the people business, and no matter what you're selling happiness. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you understand now that I've broken it down for you, and I'm just going to leave it at that because it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's something that can really be a game-changing piece of advice for you when you're in sales. That's why I call this the most important lesson in sales, because if you just understand this, that when I'm in front of anybody, when I'm representing my brand, when I'm representing my company or the company that I work for, depending on where your position is or what you do right now in your current stage in life, you are in the people business, and you need to recognize that. And also, no matter what product or service you're selling or what product or service you think you're selling happiness. And when you approach every single interaction, every single negotiation, every single encounter with a potential prospect in a business meeting, in a conference meeting, whatever it might be, when you approach it with this mindset that, hey, we're in the people business and we sell happiness, it allows you to really be more successful in what you do for many different reasons. You connect with your prospects better. You can get the results better. You can close the deals. You have real motivation and real understanding and real relatability with your prospects. And just that recognition alone will take you a long way in business. And just to really drill this point home, let me give you an example that you might find funny, but it really drills the point home for you. So think about one of the greatest franchises on this planet. To this day, one of the greatest franchise businesses on the planet. You might have guessed it already, it's McDonald's. Every time I've asked anybody that question in any context, I've never had anybody miss. And just let that sink in for you. I've never had anybody guess wrong on their first guess every single time I've asked this question. Everybody has said, oh, McDonald's, right? And guess what they have right? They understand that they're in the people business and they're satisfying their customers and they do everything they have to do regarding that. And they also understand that they're selling happiness. What's their most popular, most sold worldwide meal called? The Happy Meal. What's their mascot? A clown. They're selling happiness. Metaphorically and literally, they're selling happiness. So if that doesn't give you a clue, if that doesn't drill this point home, I don't know what will. So I hope you got value from that. I hope you understand and you're going to actually implement this, or think about your own product or your service. If you're in sales, if you're a sales professional working within a company, think about it. If you're an entrepreneur, definitely think about it and look at your own products, your own services, and realize that you're in the people business, and realize that no matter what, you're selling happiness. So all that said, I hope that helps you. Hope you got a ton of value. Make sure to smash that like button as always. Comment your thoughts below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel as well. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video.